Welcome back to Coin Sense and Nonsense. Today, we've got a box of nothing. There's no coin to be had anywhere at my banks anyway. So, the heck is going on here? Back in the 80s, I used to drink this beer. This is a 2-liter Kirin. It was awesome beer back then. It was imported from Japan. It wasn't the stuff made in Canada. Sorry, no offense to anyone up there. But once they switched to Canada, it was no good. Anyway, I dumped all my pocket change in this over the years. And I have a couple like this. So, back in 2017, I started sorting. And I separated things here and I was gonna start to coin roll hunt, or I actually did start to coin roll hunt through these. And believe it or not, I actually found a Seated Liberty dime in my own coins. It was mixed in with the pennies, or cents as we say. So there's far too many to go through in one session here, but we're gonna coin roll hunt, so to speak, without the roll. So I think I started this one here and I separated. I don't think there's any other like denominations. This one has dimes and other stuff in there. Sadly, over the years, I did pull out the dimes and quarters. I think whenever I would make a Vegas trip or something, I would pull out all the quarters and cash them in, and yeah. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. So let's hunt some coin. And I think when I separated these, I didn't know what I was doing. I was only really looking for the 69S double die and the 70S double die. So there could be stuff in here. Let's find out. Alright, so I also have... I think everybody's got stuff like this. You got a dish, you just throw your change in. This one, I don't even know where that came from. It could have been when I gave up. I had to clean up or something. Maybe I just dumped everything in a bag. So we're just going to concentrate on this one, and we'll do this other stuff. Actually, I had rolled some up too, so we'll do those another time. And this thing is actually the pouring spout for the beer. It is so cool. So, yeah. Anyway, let's dump some coin. Alright. We'll just dump a little bit and then we'll sort away. Alright, so separated through these. Got a few put aside. Got to do some checking. Some of the 1988 and 88D, what you're looking for is something with the designer initials, and we'll talk about that more. I'm going to go in with the scope and show you the detail that you're looking for, but can be, worth halfway decent money there. So they use the proof reverse die by mistake on a couple years, so and 88 is one to check for. So I don't think this is like the true thing, but it almost looks like there's a doubling. So let's check it later, but we'll keep moving on here and dump another load. Oh no, that sounds bad, but we'll put more coins out. Separating away here, and I think you can see it, and we don't know what it is yet, except for the gunk. It looks clean. Ooh, 51 D. Cool. Alright, except for the wheat, there wasn't that much in that pile or that pour. So the pile of set aside is growing, in this batch we did get one decent 09, but big whoop. No extra finger, I checked. So let's continue on. A few more pours to go. Alright, the astute viewer might have noticed that there was something weird that popped out when I poured it last time. It's a magnet or something, so no big deal. Just get it over with here. I'm anxious to get to the microscope. I think there's some good stuff, but let's see what's here. Alright, here's what's left of the last monster pile, but I see somebody peeking out over here. What do we got? Hello! Ooh, I got hair is what I got. That's gross. There she is. Oh, I'm going to turn it this way. And 69. That's cool. Alright, we got a few things put aside that we're checking on the scope. And here's what we're up against. We're checking these for designer initials here. And I guess I should have centered it for you, huh? And so what we're looking for is a cross post and maybe like a little down spout. And the problem, these are 1988 and 88D. And the problem is they're so grainy that it's hard to tell like with a loop, and you got to go in with the microscope. So let me show you some examples of how difficult it is. I realize the focus isn't all that hot on this one, but trust me. So here's another one, and you can see like right here, it almost looks doubled, but it's just poor quality minting. And then this one seemed doubled, and I thought there was some kind of a cross beam there, but I think this one has machine doubling. You can see it on the C and the I. So no dice. And yet another one. You can see all the graininess here, and then look right there. It kind of had me fooled. So there wasn't a heck of a lot of excitement. There was, I think, 169S, but it didn't have any doubling, obviously. Otherwise, we would have already had a celebration. So this is another one to check for, 1970S. And if there was doubling, you'd see it there in the large date. And that one just looks mashed, I think. The other thing to check for is small date. And one tip is, besides looking at the date, RTY in the small date is more faint than the LIB. So that's a cheater method. The other way to tell is the height of the 7 and the 0. The 0's lower on the small date in comparison with the 7. So, and if there's another doubled die obverse with a little extra thing there, don't have that. So, checked it anyway. Let's see what else we got. Alright, here's another one that's always worth checking for. This is what I thought was 1987D repunch mint mark. Kind of see extra thickness there to the east side of the D, and maybe a little extra at the top. Almost looks like it's doubled, but I have a real one that I know is legitimately repunch mint mark. This one I don't think is quite that. Here, let me show you that one. Alright, for a comparison, here's the real thing here. This is a real repunch mint mark 87. Beat up, but at least you can see the doubling clearly. Alright, so in addition to the varieties, I always like to put aside the wood grain-ish kind of looking scents. There was a couple wild looking, actually, yeah, that 82D, look at that, that's cool. So I have a collection of these I'll show off someday. You're not supposed to get your coins wet, but when they're wet, that looks awesome. So and so in addition, oh actually yeah, to show how authentic this is, check that out. That's like orange carpet fiber. Talk about authentic 1970s. That's vintage right there. Orange carpet was like all the rage in the late 70s in California. So, anyway, so the newest or the youngest coin we got out of this batch is an '09. The oldest was this 51D. And then we just had the one Canadian. So this was a fun hunt. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you did as well. And hey, just wanted to give a shout out to a buddy there. I always like to show off my poured silver, and these items here were poured by Silver to Burn, Uncle Bernie. So just wanted to give a shout out. Go check him out. He's not done videos too much lately, but he's got some cool things on his YouTube channel. Go check out if you want to see like an ant hole poured in silver. It's pretty cool. So thanks so much for watching Coin Sense and Nonsense, and until next time, bye bye.